Ayo, what's happening? Lunch Number Charlie here, and we're gonna get into a Destiny 2 build video. And I got a little something crazy for you. Now, I have two builds for you actually. I have a PvP build that's pretty fun, and a PvE build, which is what I primarily use. I'm talking about Volatile Marksman and Hardlight. So, Hardlight, of course, it came out year one, I believe. Um, the perk was just bullets bounce hard and do damage, and you can switch between arc, void, and the other one, solar. But now, I think in this season it got a buff. When you apply a buff to your homies or yourself, then you get a damage buff. Now, I think the damage buff is 20%. I think, don't quote me on that. I think it's 20, but that goes to any buff. And when you get volatile, that counts as a buff. So what volatile marksman does is if you keep getting precision hits, not kills, hits, you get volatile rounds. So your gun, again, that counts as a buff. So hard light will do increase damage. I think 20%. And also, or if you get 3 kills with a void gun, then you also get it as well. So in the new seasonal activity, what I like to do is run Child of the Old Gods, get that extra damage off from that, and then once they die from the weakened state, I have a fragment on that drops a orb of power and the other void pickup. I forgot the name of it, but I also have on the other fragment. Once I pick up a orb of power or a void breach, that's what it's called, I get devour. And again, devour counts as a buff. So again, you get bonus damage to your gun. But thing about it is Hardlight, it has to be on the element that the buff. So if you're giving out cure to your teammates or yourself to get that damage buff, you have to be on solar for hard light. But if you're giving yourself devour, you have to be on void. If you're giving yourself bolt charge, you have to be on arc. And so it just goes off of that. So it's doable with the prismatic, but you just have to be aware of which buffs you're giving yourself or teammates. This build is probably better on solar, but I always rock void in PvP or PvE when I have a chance. But sometimes you're forced to rock solar if there's no other warlocks on your team. So the gameplay loop for this is super simple. The only thing that you have to do really is just either get enough precision headshots to trigger it, then you get volatile rounds, then that'll just automatically increase your damage from the volatile rounds and also from the exotic perk from Hardlight, and you're good. It just melts everything. And then the new seasonal activity, I actually went flawless without dying once, which is it's just to complete the whole thing without dying once. And it's with this build here. And again, this goes for every buff that goes underneath the subclass. So again, if you cast your super and you get devour, boom, that's a buff to your gun. If you throw out a grenade to heal your teammates, and you have on solar for your Hardlight. Boom, buff to your damage. Now I'm not really gonna post my build because those are the two main components of my build, and of course, I'm only rocking with Void, and this gun can change to Arc and the other one as well. Just anything under the light side. So, of course, there's a bunch of builds that you can do. You can just apply buffs to your teammates. That's cool. You can Phoenix dive and get cure to yourself and your teammates. That'll increase the damage as well. So there's countless builds with this gun now. So but I primarily rock with Void. So this video and the background footage is primarily going to be on Void. Now, enough with the PvP background footage. I'm going to cut to some the seasonal activity on expert mode. At some point, wasn't even spawn to a unstoppable spawns over here. Actually, there you go, right there. All right, back up, James. Kill that bitch. That's it for that. Just for you.
Oh, they can break my turret. I didn't know that. That explains a lot.
Alright, I guess next one. And now for this one, they spawn on the bottom here, then they spawn across and then jump over. Cooking with gasoline, baby.
So my turret's just in the ground.
There's some big ones over here.
Hold up.
Yeah, the healing burst.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
You can prematurely break your turrets with the new exotic by meleeing it.
Oh damn.